Give me a second. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. See what I can do. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Let's get it in, man. See where we at. See what we got going on. finish up some of these side quests. Mission. What's this? Hunting Society. Fast travel. Hey. Okay, so I really want to go here. Man, I try to get away. Man, I'll probably be playing Assassin AC all week, man. Doing a lot of live streaming for the Origins, man, coming out this week. All these punks got my doggone. Arrows back. What happened to my swords? I dropped my sword. It's somewhere in the last game. See, can we take over this fort? Great. I take yours because I don't know what happened to mine. Because I really don't know what happened to mine. I think, you know what, I'm really not going to get into all the whole what's going on behind closed doors in this video, this stream, because if you guys been following, you already know what time it is. Oh, hold up. Yo, you guys already know what time it is. I'm not gonna get into too much about Assassin's Creed in the war. Not for 3, rather, because this You gotta watch the video type thing. Now where is the synchronized? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Something ain't right. Where the heck this bird at? Oh! I'm trying to sink this tree. Where's that bird at? Man, I gotta sink this tree. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna get too much into what's been going on. Look at this guy. What's going on in AC3, man? You guys watch some of my videos, and you know a lot of the YouTubers has been doing this. This is about to get on my nerves. This is about to get on my nerves. I ain't wasting my time. All right, what is horse at? Let's go horse. My horse bucked them. I ain't never seen it before. Look at them shooting through the wall.
So slow. I've got a clear shot. Got a line on it. Pathetic.
Well placed. Well placed. Well placed. Oh, where these guys come from? See, this right here, this ain't gonna happen in Origins. Ain't gonna be no, like, look, ain't gonna be no one single man dropped all these dudes by himself. That ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen in Origins. Now I'm out here scavenging bodies, pickpocketing kids. Somebody hurt, crying, or something. Buddy, right here, I ain't gonna mess with you, buddies. But like I didn't even sign up for all this. Buddy, I ain't sign up for all this. Nice. Under the control of the Patriots. Job well done.
He's off his noddle.
That's my sword too. But I'm gonna let him have it. I'm trying to figure out how I lost it in the first place. Nice. Hey. Come on. Nice. Come on, come on. Nice, what I get? Okay. Man, let me get out of here, because I want my doggone sword. Oh no. Let's see. Where's my homestead? Where's the homestead? Let the homestead fast travel to this location. Oh, as a matter of fact, I know where I got to go. I got to go all the way to a store. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to fast travel to a store in Boston and get my beer essentials.
Hey, what was that for?
What are you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Buy any two, and I will give you the third absolutely free. Everything you could possibly need, gathered here for your convenience.
Go ahead with my homeboy.
What do you need, my friend?
I need my sword back, sir. I got some rabbit hide I can sell you if you want it. And then I need to get my sword back. Yes, sir. I need that. And I need... Oh, you got some firearms? That's what I got. Good God, alright. Pit can pistol. Take pit can pistol. And I'm gonna need some ammo. I know you got ammo. There we go. Consumables. Consumables. I need that. Poison darts. I need all three of them. I come to spin, big fella. I come to spin. See what this Jamestown outfit look like. Okay, not too bad, you know. Not too bad.
To business.
Yeah, to business. What about this? What about this? Light blue jump. Outfit on deck. Outfit on deck. Let me see what it look like. Oh, I like that. Oh, more like a general type color there.
Harry, wears such as these come only once in a lifetime.
Father Patrick asks all able-bodied men to give an hour of their because the schoolhouse is in need of much restoration.
Okay. So while I'm here, is there anything that needs to be done? Not really. Little homestead mission. Let me go get me something to eat right quick. I'll be back. In the meantime, while y'all waiting, I'm gonna play some Assassin's Creed trailers on YouTube. Let me see.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Assassin's Creed Origins Countdown. I apologise if there's anything going on with my voice that's weird. I actually have a cold at the moment, and I mean the last time I was recording with a cold I actually fully lost my voice and it just got worse as the video went on, and we don't want to relive that, but I apologise if I sound a bit weird. But in this video we are going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Rogue, or if your name is Lasers, then a poor man's Black Flag. So what does Assassin's Creed Rogue represent in the Assassin's Creed franchise that I want to see amplified in Origins? Despite being very similar to Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag in almost all gameplay perspectives, Assassin's Creed Rogue was actually very different to every other Assassin's Creed game that we played, because we didn't actually play as an assassin for the most part. No, we played as a Templar for the latter 4 sequences, and that created a somewhat unique experience that I'm sure Origins can top in its own way. So not making Bayek a Templar, that's not what I mean. What I mean is a unique experience to the rest of the franchise, and that's something that Origins seems to be doing. Which is great, because one of the big issues with Assassin's Creed up until Syndicate, when they realised they needed to take a step back and reevaluate their battle plan, is that games started to feel a little bit samey. And for the most part Rogue was included in this, because despite being different in a fair few ways with the Templar stuff and etc, the game was basically the same as Black Flag's. So with Origins they've taken a step back, realised all the flaws with the franchise presumably, and that's where they decided to give us a completely unique experience, because let's face it, from what we've seen, Origins looks nothing like any previous Assassin's Creed game. And a lot of people might run to complain that this is Assassin's Creed losing its identity, but I think that this is a good thing, change is a good thing, and that's why I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed Origins a lot. So just like the differences between Rogue and the other Assassin's Creed games is you play as a Templar as opposed to an assassin and you get a whole different perspective and things seem a little bit different, let's take a look at a few things in Origins that are different from previous games. So first of all we have the RPG take on the franchise. Assassin's Creed before Origins wasn't really going full RPG route. There were RPG elements in the past 2 games, especially Unity, but it was never full RPG, it was still clinging to action adventure. But Assassin's Creed Origins seems to be going full RPG, and that's how it's been marketed, so it is going full RPG, and that's going to feel really, really different when we play the game. And that's good, because same old is where things go wrong. I'm not saying change can't go wrong, but I'm saying that change leads to more opportunities to make a game good, as opposed to relying on the same qualities game in, game out. So unless proven otherwise, I'm going to take this change from action adventure to full RPG as a positive one. So another major change that they've made to Assassin's Creed Origins is in fact the combat, which is something that I am looking forward to experiencing for myself, because it looks like it's going to be more challenging as opposed to just a simple tedious animation based combat system, which you're doing less than you think you are, whereas in this you have to think properly. A lot of people are worried that the difference is too great, that the combat doesn't look good, but I feel as if it's something that you have to experience to enjoy as opposed to watch to enjoy like you did with the animation based combat, because as opposed to before where it was just a means to an end, now it seems as if the combat is a key gameplay element, which means that it will be a part of the fun more as well, because when you're playing I feel as if it's going to be much more satisfying than it might look, because obviously it's the complete opposite to how it was before, which was easy and looking nice. Now it's challenging and looking alright, but what people need to understand is that there's a difference between good combat and good looking combat, and there's really no compromise that you can make there. It's either going to be nice looking and fairly tedious and easy, or it's going to be good, challenging and enjoyable, and it's going to have a few animation issues. But either way, it is a big change that people have noticed, and I feel as if it is changed for the better. However, I am aware that a lot of people still hold apprehensive judgments about this, so hopefully the game will clear that up when it's out and everybody loves it. But of course, we'll have to wait and see. Another huge change is the fact that the setting is different to what people are used to. The setting is incredibly unique, being ancient Egypt and all, but since Assassin's Creed 3, all the games have been set in the 18th and one game in the 19th centuries. So it's about time that changes up and we get a drastic change in setting, and that is of course ancient Egypt, which is drastically different even to the Italian Renaissance and the Crusades. So I'm looking forward to seeing this setting because it's sure to provide a unique experience in itself. There are many ways in which Assassin's Creed Origins has changed from previous Assassin's Creed games beyond this, including having its own engine, its own take on certain things, and of course its own setting. I'm pretty sure that there's one thing that we can all agree on, is that we probably won't have the repetitive issue with Assassin's Creed Origins, and we won't be claiming that it's too similar to previous Assassin's Creed games like we were with, say, Assassin's Creed Rogue, or Assassin's Creed Unity or Syndicate. And I feel as if this is a good thing because Assassin's Creed Origins will be very different, and I feel as if the experience will not be stale off the bat, which is good. So all in all, that's one thing that I want Assassin's Creed Origins to do that Rogue tried to do, which is to be different. And at this late stage in the marketing campaign, I'm pretty sure that it is. Assassin's Creed Origins will be out in 4 days' time. 4 days to go, guys. I cannot wait. Well, I can, but I can't. It's hard. I really want to play the game, but I'm enjoying the hype period just as much. So yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins will be out in 4 days. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, let your friends know about this video and the channel, and I will see you all very soon in the next one with another video at some point.
Heart of a lion, fire inside me blaze like a siren. Why would you try it? Wake up the beast, no I can't keep silent. I put my time in, now it's my time, your time is expiring. Blood, sweat and tears, I conquered my fears, I'm ready to fly now. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down. Get loud for me.
With Assassin's Creed Origins only 1 week from release, I thought what better time to go over the story so far of Assassin's Creed. Origins looks to revitalise the story we all held so dear and give it a new burst of life. I'm sure there are people out there who haven't played the previous games or have just forgotten some details to the overarching story of Assassin's Creed. Well, don't worry folks, James has got you back. That's me. After this video, you'll be able to go into Assassin's Creed Origins understanding the story in its entirety. So without further ado, let's get started and go over the events that led up to Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm going to start off our story on March 13th, 1987. This is the date that the catalyst for our story, Desmond Miles, was born in a place called The Farm within the Black Hills of South Dakota.
The farm. Yeah, they called it The Farm. My parents, 24 couples, some kids, a community. Hidden away. The farm. It wasn't much of one, was it? Not a proper farm. We grew some food. I don't remember any animals, though. Maybe a few dogs. Ever since I was young, they never stopped saying it. You are an assassin. You are an assassin. And this is our creed.
Desmond was raised by his mother and father, his father being William Miles and his mother's name still unknown to us. He was told he was an assassin, and as were all the people of the farm. Apparently, an order that had spanned thousands of years. Him and other children were trained to hone their stealth skills, their fighting skills, their perceptive skills, and were also taught to use their environment to their advantage with things like climbing. The community was tight-knit, but as Desmond got older, he started questioning the things people were telling him. Conspiracy theories about a pharmaceutical company known as Abstergo. This couldn't possibly be true. His parents and everyone in this off-the-grid town was insane. Desmond had to get away. March 13th, 2003, the day of Desmond's 16th birthday. Desmond didn't want to be used to further his father's goals, which he thought were just insane. He used the minimal skills he'd learned from his time being trained at the farm and escaped. He managed to find his way from South Dakota to New York City, where he quickly became a bartender at a club called Bad Weather. 2 years later, in 2005, another of William Miles' pupils, Lucy Stillman, had her ties to the Assassin's cut in order to infiltrate Abstergo Industries, the pharmaceutical company I mentioned earlier. She was contacted by a man by the name of Warren Vidic, who took interest in her ability for cognitive neuroscience. She became Vidic's assistant on a project called Animus, a project hidden deep within Abstergo Industries. In 2007, a man named Clay Kazmarek began his training under William Miles for the Assassin Order. 4 years later, Clay was abducted by the Lineage Discovery and Acquisition Department of Abstergo Industries and became the 16th subject in the Animus project. Now we move on to 2012. Now this is where everything just kicks up a gear. August 8th, 2012. Clay Kazmarek was found dead in his cell at Abstergo Industries. He cut himself and used the blood to write messages all over the walls of the Abstergo laboratory, which he was held in. Later, on September 1st, 2012, Desmond Miles was kidnapped by the same men who kidnapped Clay. He's knocked unconscious and transported to an Abstergo facility somewhere in Rome. It's been 9 years since Desmond escaped from the farm, and all this is coming back to haunt him now. Why? The next thing Desmond sees is fuzzy. It's hard to make out, everything is flashing, and there's two voices in his head, voices he can't quite pinpoint in the world around him. He can see a large castle, looks ancient. Everything goes white for a moment and he can see new things. A marketplace? There's a fountain. Desmond can't quite figure out what's going on, and he thinks he's losing his mind. Just as the panic sets in, he's brought back to reality. Desmond springs up to see he's in a lab. He's introduced to the people around him, clearly some kind of scientists wearing lab coats. They are Warren Vidic and Lucy Stillman, and Desmond has been brought onto the Animus project as Subject 17. There is no way for Desmond to escape, all he can do is play along. The Animus project soon reveals itself to Desmond, explained by his captors.
You're inside the Animus.
Which is...
It's a projector that renders genetic memories in 3 dimensions. What is a memory, Mr. Miles?
It's the recollection of a past event.
Specific to the individual remembering the event.
Yeah, sure.
What if I told you that the human body not only housed an individual's memory, but the memories of his ancestors as well? Genetic memory, if you will. Migration, hibernation, reproduction. How do animals know when and where to go? What to do?
That's just animal instinct.
Now you're arguing semantics, Mr. Miles. Whatever you call it, the fact remains. These creatures hold knowledge absent the requisite first-hand experience. I've spent the past 30 years trying to understand why. I discovered something most fascinating. Our DNA functions as an archive. It contains not only genetic instructions passed down from previous generations, but memories as well. The memories of our ancestors.
And the Animus lets you decode and read these DNA files.
Precisely.
Desmond is forced to relive the memories of one of his ancestors who lived nearly 1,000 years ago. Altair ibn al-Ahad, an assassin engaged in a war with a rival order known as the Templars, who seek to control mankind. Desmond is exploring